Hey guys, welcome to the video. We are at the all-new Tiguan launch. I'm with Switch of South Africa as well as Mr. How Much.
That's
in
wrong.
the background.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's not what you're supposed
That's not
to
supposed
say.
to say.
What am I supposed to say, guys?
Yeah, with the biggest YouTubers.
Hey guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video. I am with the biggest YouTubers in the world. On my left
Get us
is
in trouble.
Mr. Switch of South Africa, and in the rear is Mr. How Much. And yeah, let's get straight into it.
I'm not sure up front. I like the rear. Not sure about the orange. Is it orange? Whatever. It looks good, but not really too sure. I like this one down way in this silver
Gray.
or gray. Yeah, this is the one I'd go for.
Guys, taking a video. We see you, bro. Anyway.
So yeah, that's my exterior looks. Interior, yeah. Interior, it rocks. It's the place to be.
So from the outside, yeah, it looks electric. Looks a bit electric. But I don't mind it. Eh? This is the new design language, so it should be fine.
It's giving ID4 that we recently
Looks a lot like the
ID4 in front. Yeah.
This is the top of the range. Well, so let me not say top of the range, but this is the R-line body, and it does look really good. I'll also show you the non-R-line variant on screen now, but I do think that when you're getting this car, you should just go for the R-line body kit because the difference is night and day. You get a lower blacked out bumper with some chrome inserts, and that entire unibrow going across the headlights, LED headlights, IQ LED headlights, as well as an R badge right here at the front, which I think looks quite cool. Before you guys go on, in terms of fully fledged R models, like what we got in terms of the Tiguan R, we are not sure if we're ever going to get that in South Africa ever again. So in terms of this, I do think that this looks really good. This orange paintwork is this is a Parmesan red paintwork, which I think it's quite cool. It's a new paintwork. Those alloys, 20-inch alloys, which I think are also glorious to look at. Like, nothing really, I do think that there's a difference night and day between the new model and the old model. But this is the front. I'll turn around and show you the rear now, but I do think that a lot of work has been put into the model. I'm just not too sure if this model will be well received. I think it looks good in person. When I saw it, I was a bit skeptical, but yeah, let's get straight to it and I'll show you the interior.
Alright guys, so we've spoken about the exterior with Mr. How Much and Mr. Switch of South Africa. Now I'm jumping inside of the Volkswagen Tiguan, and I say Tiguan, I'm not sure if it's Tiguan or but I've jumped inside now, and I just want to show you the massive changes that have been put into this car. And I am lost currently, but let's just drive. I'm in Grafrineet, but I'm lost. Anyway, so the changes in here are fast. The steering wheel has been changed. We've got an R logo on there, and digital driver's display has been changed, given exquisite graphics. You've got an R badge in there. You've got different ways to obviously set this in terms of what you want, and I do think that it's quite cool. So I can go joy, I can go minimalistic, and it also changes the different drive modes displays that I have on there, and I think it's really quite cool. You can lounge, you can whatever, all these various modes that people have on here. So I'm quite enjoying the energetic one because it's the R displays, it looks sportier and all that stuff, and it just looks good. Alright, so digital driver's display changed with various modes for you to select and flick through. The infotainment has been obviously bigger now. It does look like an afterthought. It's big, but it does look somewhat like an afterthought, really. And you know, it is big. Infotainment with wireless app connect. Across the range there's wireless app connect, so that is quite cool. And obviously guys, I'm just going to speak top of the range Tiguan R line, which is essentially what everybody wants to have. So infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly. It is touch. It is giving a tablet, even with the big home button on here. You can swipe through the various menus, you know, and all that stuff. The top buttons that you use on a day-to-day have been placed at the top. So you've got your vehicle settings right on there, your parking sensors, your various drive modes. But with the various drive modes, you can also select it on this toggle right here. You don't really have to, you don't have to go through that, which is quite cool. And then since you've got heated, ventilated and massaging seats, you've got that button also at the top right there, which is quite cool. The biggest change in here is that they have switched the gear lever from here and they've put it on the steering column, which is, it makes space on here, and now you've got more space for your cup holders on here. We've got various ports on here as well as a wireless charger on here, and it just looks really good. So it's been freed up, and the only things that left on here now is literally the start button, the park brake, as well as this knob which doubles up as a volume knob as well as a drive mode knob. So it's things that they've really thought about, which makes sense, and I think that is quite cool. This infotainment, yes, I understand there are no buttons, but some things are just easy to work on, and I do understand that it's going to take some time, but in a few days you have it. I think I was struggling this morning to switch off the the aircon fan speed, but I managed to do it. This entire panel is glorious. It glows up at night, and I think that gives it a lot of energy and character into the car, especially at night, with the R logo also on the passenger side. We've got a massive panoramic sunroof, obviously in true Volkswagen style. We've got these gorgeous seats, like I mentioned, electrical adjustable, heated, ventilated and massagey as well. And they've got this blue piping, which obviously represents the Volkswagen blue color. And the space in here is overall quite well. You've got cup holders in the rear. I am upset at the fact there's only 2 USB ports in here. Yes, there's a wireless charger, but 2 USB ports, of which are only at the front. I would have appreciated some USB ports in the rear as well. So yeah, that is the interior. And the drive, I'm driving currently. So the drive, you'll find a 1.4 TSI, 110 kilowatts. You'll find the 2-liter turbo diesel engine as well as a 2-liter TSI engine. The turbo diesel is expected to arrive in our markets early first quarter in 2025. So that is that. So I do think it's great engine choices. They have detuned them, yes. And obviously this is because VW says the quality of our petrol. And I'll actually do a video on that some other time, but I see Colapo right now, but they've detuned them. They drive okay. We've been driving the 1.4s at launch currently. Not enough power. In terms of wanting to overtake, you need to plan your overtakes. You have to put your foot down for quite a long time before they do anything. But in terms of day-to-day driving, like me driving in town where I'm not really in a rush, it responds very well. It's fuel efficient, light on fuel, and that's one thing that they've noted, that they've worked on the most to ensure that it's fuel efficient. So yeah, great driving, great suspension. This is the 20-inch wheels on here, and I do feel like it's been soaking the bumps quite well. Whereas obviously if you do go any lower in terms of tire sizes and tire options, it's going to give you even a greater ride quality. So I'm not mad at it. I do feel that it does drive well. It does stick to bumpers. It does what a Tiguan does, what an SUV does. I do think it's one of the best drives that I've had within the segments. Obviously 4Motion coming in to help. Yeah, that is the drive. Guys, don't forget to use the link in my bio to, get a code from Naked and save you some bucks on your cars in terms of insurance. And let me know, guys, what you guys think about the Tiguan or the Tiguan overall. These are just first impressions, obviously, at launch, and not really a full in-depth review, but just let me know what you guys think. I think it's quite cool. And until next time, see you on the flip side.